Mexico, a land of tradition, of color, of devotion. In every village the church stood tall, its bells ringing above rooftops, calling the people to prayer, announcing weddings, mourning the dead. But not all who walked inside its walls carried holiness in their hearts. There was once a priest, a man who wore the garments of faith, but hid within him something else: darkness. His duties were small: collecting offerings from the people, tending the altar, and ringing the bells before service. Simple tasks, holy tasks, but temptation lives everywhere, even in the smallest of jobs. Each Sunday, as the poor dropped their last coins into the offering plate, as the wealthy gave from their abundance, the priest's eyes would narrow. His hand would tremble. Then quietly he would slip coins into his sleeve. A theft, small at first but growing larger. And at night he would sit alone with his prize, an iron-bound chest beneath his floorboards. The coins clinked when he ran his fingers through them. He whispered to himself in the silence of his room, "Mine, mine," until the sound of gold was louder in his soul than the toll of the bells above. But greed never sleeps. His chest grew full. He needed to hide it. He needed to protect it. And so, he did something unholy, something unspeakable. One night, under a starless sky, he lured a man into the monastery gardens. Some say it was a traveler, others a beggar seeking bread. Whoever he was, he never saw dawn again. The priest's blade took his life. His body was buried beside the chest. His bones, cursed to guard the treasure. The priest believed his plan perfect. He would sail to Spain carrying his wealth. He would live in comfort until his last breath. But destiny has its own bells. Before his ship could sail, he was struck with fever. His body burned, his mind crumbled. He lay on his deathbed, begging forgiveness that would not come. And in his final moments, he confessed. His lips trembled, his voice weak. To the boy tending him he whispered, "Follow the bells, they will lead you to the treasure." Then, silence. The bells of the church tolled the next morning. Not to call the people to prayer, but to announce that their priest was dead. And with his death, began a legend. The boy who heard the dying priest's words was too young. He forgot them quickly. But someone else had been listening. A man, poor and unnoticed, sweeping the dust from the monastery floors. He was the sweeper. His hands calloused, his back bent from labor. He had a wife, a child. He had no gold, no comforts, only hope. That night, he sat by the fire in his small home, staring at his son asleep beside his mother. The priest's whisper echoed in his ears, "Follow the bells. Treasure." Enough to change his life. Enough to free his family from hunger. Temptation grew until it became unbearable. In the following days, when his chores were done, he took a shovel into the monastery gardens. He dug beneath trees, near the chapel walls and corners where no one watched. His heart leapt each time the shovel struck the ground, but only stones, only roots. Weeks passed. His hope dimmed. The whisper became a torment. Then, one night, he awoke suddenly, heart pounding. The sound was unmistakable. The church bells were ringing. He shook his wife. "Do you hear them?" She stirred, confused. The child slept soundly. No one else heard. But he did. And the bells were calling. He stepped into the night. The sky was dark, the town asleep. The tower loomed silent, its ropes unmoving. Yet the bells rang, clear, steady, leading him away from the monastery into the hills. The sound pulled him, stronger and stronger, until he reached a clearing. Two tall trees stood side by side. And there, shimmering in the moonlight, were two ghostly bells. Floating, glowing, ringing. He dropped to his knees. His hands trembled. This was the place. The sweeper thrust his shovel into the soil between the two bells. His breath came fast, his arms heavy with fear and hope. And then, thunk. What? His heart nearly stopped. He scraped the earth away, exposing the lid of a chest. With a stone he smashed the lock. Slowly, carefully he lifted the lid. And gasped. Gold. Coins. Piles of shining coins. They glittered under the moonlight, brighter than fire, brighter than stars. He laughed. He cried. He dug his hands into the chest, letting the coins spill through his fingers. "Mine," he whispered. "All mine." But the night had another sound. A low, chilling moan. He froze, turned, and saw it. By the trees, standing tall in the darkness, was a skeleton. Bones bleached white, hands reaching forward. Its jaw clattered as a voice hissed from empty sockets. "Mine, mine, mine." The sweeper's breath caught in his throat. He stumbled back, dropping the coins. The skeleton stepped forward, arms stretching, repeating the word like a curse. "Mine, mine." Mine. He screamed. He ran. He fled down the hill, the moaning echoing behind him. The skeleton followed, clattering, relentless. The sweeper's feet pounded the earth, his lungs burning. He did not dare look back until he reached the monastery gates. Only then did the sound fade. He slammed the door of his home, bolted it shut, and collapsed to the floor, gasping, shaking. His wife begged for an explanation. He could not answer. He had seen the guardian, and he would never forget its voice. Morning light brought courage, or perhaps foolishness. The sweeper's fear had ebbed, replaced by something else, anger. He had been so close. A treasure beyond imagining, lost to him because of a skeleton's curse. But more than the treasure, there was his shovel. An expensive tool, precious to a poor man. He could not afford to lose it. So he returned. The hill stood silent under the sun. The trees swayed gently. There was no chest, no coins, no hole in the earth, nothing. Had it all been a dream? His chest tightened with doubt, until he saw it. His shovel. But not on the ground. It hung high in the branches of one tree, 20 feet above him. Impossible to reach. His skin went cold. Something had placed it there. Something mocking him. Defeated, he turned to leave. But then a glimmer. In the grass, half buried by the morning dew, 2 coins gleamed in the sunlight. Gold. Real. His hands shook as he picked them up. Solid. Heavy. Not a dream. Not a lie. The treasure had been real. The sweeper never found the bells again. He returned many times, digging, searching, praying. But the chest was gone. The skeleton had buried it once more, guarding it from greedy hands. Only 2 coins remained. 2 golden reminders of the night the bells had called him. He hid them carefully. Protected them. And when years passed, when his son grew older, he used them. The 2 coins paid for his son's education. A gift no poverty could ever have given. His son rose high, became respected, lived free of hunger and hardship. And the sweeper, though poor until his final breath, carried peace. He had not claimed the cursed treasure, but he had claimed enough. Time passed. Generations changed. But the story lived on. They whispered of the greedy priest whose sins chained him to the earth. Of the skeleton, cursed to guard the stolen gold. Of the sweeper, who heard the bells and fled from death with only 2 coins in hand. And the bells themselves? Even now, some say, on nights when the moon is full and the air is still, the bells ring in the hills of Mexico. No rope pulls them. No hand strikes them. Yet their sound drifts across the valleys, haunting, beckoning. Some say it is an invitation. Others a warning. Follow the bells and you may find treasure. But beware, for the guardian waits. And so the story of the bells of Mexico is not one of gold, but of choices. The priest chose sin. The sweeper chose life. And the bells? They toll still, for those who dare to listen.